Hello YouTube, what is going on? GZTV. This is probably going to be the final YouTube video we're going to be making today. We are talking about the 19th episode of The Walking Dead Season 10. This is obviously the third bonus episode. There's like 7 of them. Just kind of leading up to Season 6 and showing everything that's going in the background. I don't mind it. It obviously gets a little boring, and at first, starting this episode, I thought it was going to be boring, and then it introduced this crazy, character arc, this crazy, heartbreaking, I don't know, it really sucked to hear this guy's story that we're about to talk about. So, let's get into it. The plot, the critical reception. You guys know how these videos will go. So with a map of potential supply sources that Maggie created, Aaron and Gabriel are on a supply run, obviously because everything got destroyed. They kind of need to go out and scavenge. On the way, the two slay walkers in a field, but are unsuccessful in their search and discuss how much they miss their daughters. Yeah, they both have daughters, they can kind of relate on that point. Later, Gabriel falls into mud and destroys the map, but still wants to visit the final location, a water tower. He kind of remembers this. Aaron, however, believes it's pointless and wants to return to Alexandria. They have no sense of direction, so why would they keep going out further? Later, the men find a seemingly abandoned warehouse. At first, there, Aaron kills a wild boar that was about to attack him. He had every right to do that. They then cook and eat the animal and also find a bottle of whiskey that they drink while playing cards. If you find any sort of alcohol during this time, you got to indulge. It's time for you to kind of be yourself again. Be like a normal person, live a normal life. Get some refuge from this fucked up world they're living in. The next day, Gabriel wakes up and discovers that Aaron has disappeared before an armed man suddenly appears, revealing that he lives in the warehouse. The man tells Gabriel that he is angry at them for killing his boar and drinking his whiskey. This was all his stuff. It was almost too good to be true that they would just find this in a abandoned warehouse. Gabriel tried to convince him that they are good people, but he doesn't believe them. I don't know why he wouldn't. He's literally a fucking pastor wearing his collar and everything. The man then retrieves Aaron and forces the two to play Russian roulette, and the two of them ask the man why he is forcing them to do this. Obviously, Russian roulette is where you have a 6-chamber, and you put a bullet in it, and whoever gets shot in the face first loses, of course, right? He replies enlightenment. That's why he makes them do it. He gives them the option of pointing the gun at the other player instead of themselves each round, expecting that they will opt to kill the other to spare their own life. And this will be kind of a test of their morality, how much are they willing to sacrifice. Instead, neither of them point the gun at the other. They're fucking good people. I don't know what this guy expected. Obviously, there's some cold-blooded people that are just trying to survive in this world. But yeah. When Aaron calls Gabriel family, the man snaps and says that several years beforehand, his brother stole his food and tried to kill him, forcing him to handle the situation, presumably killing him. So yeah, this guy kind of reveals his family life, and this episode just takes a super dark turn. And this is one of my favorite of the bonus episodes because of that. This betrayal from his own brother led the man to believe that all people are selfish and evil, and he is now trying to prove that all mankind is selfish. And what are you accomplishing with this, Eventually, they manage to convince the man that not all people are bad, and the man reveals that his name is Maze, so they start to get to know each other a little bit, and this guy could possibly go on a journey with them. Yeah, okay. Gabriel takes advantage of Maze's lowered guard by smashing his head with the mace attachment on Aaron's prosthetic arm, killing him instantly, feeling that Maze is too dangerous to risk taking home with them. The fact that he killed his family, the fact that he threatened these guys, he's got a very aggressive nature, and Gabriel cannot go on with this guy. When Gabriel says that they're now alright, Aaron replies, "Are we?" He was pretty fucking traumatized by that. Yeah, if you're experiencing something like that firsthand, it does get kind of traumatizing. Afterwards, Aaron and Gabriel discover a room upstairs stocked with supplies. Obviously, this is what this guy was living on. They find Maze's brother in handcuffs, revealing that Maze had kept him alive as a prisoner for years, with the corpses of his wife and daughter at his feet, bullet holes in their skulls, obviously. Now we know that he shot them. Maybe they turned into a walker and he had to put them out of their misery, but his brother has just been up there. It's really fucked up, honestly. He didn't kill his brother. He was lying. Gabriel frees the man, who grabs Gabriel's gun and commits suicide by shooting himself. Obviously, you can't go through this life anymore. What the hell? I'd probably do the same shit. I'm not suicidal, but what the hell? He's been cooped up there for fucking years. Why would he want to live a life in the outside world? He has no social skills anymore. Aaron and Gabriel then gather the mace supplies and leave. I mean, my God, that had to leave something in their minds. The two later cross a field and spot the water tower. Aaron says one more, and they head off towards the water tower for a final looting spot, I guess. Is this Fortnite? Fortnite? Ross Marquand and Seth Gilliam, obviously the only regular actors to appear in the episode. So obviously they're going to be talked about. It was a pretty decent episode. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.8 out of 10, 12 reviews. Seth Gilliam and Ross Marquand shine in a self-contained adventure that lulls viewers with some refreshing male bonding before turning the tables with a shocking twist. And I really like that the show creators did this. This episode was really interesting. 4.5 out of 5 on Den of Geek. Laura Besley's direction, Robert Patrick's performance, all were great things. From the moment Robert Patrick stepped into frame, he's an arresting figure to watch. Obviously, that's who Maze is. 4.25 out of 5 stars on a TV Fanatic. The character development of Aaron and Gabriel were great. Aaron and Gabriel have never been my favorite characters, but one more was a perfect way to shed light on some of the finer details of them before throwing them in at the deep end, kind of showing them how they'll handle this situation. This was a pretty conflicting ordeal with this Maze guy. Ross Marquand and Seth Gilliam get a chance to flex their acting muscles a bit more, as well as have fun with each other. Their adventure is largely about the strength of perseverance, and it works as a solid standalone. It's a pretty good episode, man. A B on the AV Club. You're left with a sense that we no longer know what Gabriel will do, and that's more than what one can usually say about The Walking Dead. He's such an unorthodox character. He does so many interesting things that you never think he'd do, and that's what makes him such a lovable character. Gilliam, Marquand, and Patrick were all tremendous in one more, and the writing, direction, music, cinematography were all top-notch. If the show could be this good consistently, I might look forward to watching it more every episode. But I don't know. This show does get kind of inconsistent, and the fact that these bonus episodes even exist, I'm not even really sure about it. I don't really have much to say. This was like a 45-plus minute episode. It really wasn't too much to it. It was just one storyline, so we're not bouncing around discussing other things. So obviously these reviews are going to be short. So on that note, it's a little after 11. My cousin's daughter's upstairs. We're babysitting her, so I'm going to get back to that. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I might watch Dexter sometime. I'll watch it today. I don't know when. And maybe a stream from like 3 to 6. I don't think we're going to do a night stream, but definitely during the day we